Here we are, Raw and Uncut, back for another episode 14 to be exact. Now, here's what's going on. I tried to load another episode last night, episode 14. It was about 23, 24 minutes long. Everything was good. When I went to load it to YouTube, it loaded up and automatically told me that it was not going to be content that I was going to be able to put up. Automatically warned me, and it didn't let me load the damn content. So just in the last 3 videos alone, I've had 2 of them banned before I could get them out. I don't know what to tell you, but do you understand why this is called Raw and Uncut? This is raw and uncut. This is real. We're going all over the board. We're going everywhere. We're touching them inside, touching them outside, touching them up, touching them down, touching them all around. And see, what we're doing here is we're going to be making little upgrades little by little. Got another camera. I still don't know how to use it. So I'm using my laptop, which isn't the greatest, but it gets the job done. You know, I understand everybody wants to see shit in high definition. They want a really clear picture. They want a really nice background. What I'm doing is at first, I'm just trying to give you the goods. I'm trying to give you the content. We don't have many subscribers. We don't have many listeners at the moment, and that's fine. I'm just going to keep hammering away and doing what I do and giving you what I can. And as we move forward, you will see what I'm talking about. But right now, we got to have the ceremonious first puff of the night to christen this episode, which is going to be episode 14. And since they banned episode 13, the original episode, which was going in, and I was going in, believe me, I was going all the way into the damn knee. I had dookie all the way on my kneecaps. You know what I'm saying? And then the original episode 14, which was last night that they banned, which that one was called Against the Grain. So the last couple episodes, I've been going in against the grain. Do you follow me here? Now, do you follow me? Do you got your eyes wide open, your ears wide open, and your butthole slammed shut? Because here, we don't go for your bunghole. No, this is not no Dr. Dre. This is not no Snoop Doggy Dogg. Here, we do not go for the bunghole. Here, we go face up. We go head up, face to face. Mano y mano. Frente a frente, man to man, homie. And that's how we're going to do this. But right now, give me a second because I got to light this bitch up. I hope you guys are having a good night. For those that have been watching and tuning in, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for spending your time, taking your time, because some of these videos are long as fuck. I know. It's just, I don't plan them out. I don't plan them out. I don't say, okay, this one's going to be this long. That one's going to be that. I just kind of just go. And however it comes out, it comes out. We raw and uncut. Raw and uncut. Do you understand what that means? Raw and uncut. We don't do it again. We don't lay it down and come back and touch it and fuck with it and flip it and rub it down. Oh, no, we don't do that shit. That's not what we're about here. We're all about keeping it raw and uncut. As raw as you can get it. You see, my name's Rob D. First 3 letters in that name is Raw. Who would know more about Raw and Uncut than me? See, let's jump into something real quick. Something just popped into my mind. Let's just jump into this real quick. Let's talk about names. Names in hip hop, names is, you know, when it comes to rappers, names when it comes to DJs, names when it comes to entertainers versus, you know, how they used to be called. Like back in the days when I was coming up, we had like LL Cool J, the Fat Boys, Public Enemy, you know what I'm saying? Master Ace, Slick Rick, Ice Cube, NWA, Too Short, Easy E, Spice One, E40, Mac Dre, you know, Grand Poobah, Cool G Rap, KRS-One. All these guys, their names fit them. You know what I'm saying? The names fit the visual. And most of the time, a lot of these guys didn't give themselves the name. A lot of these guys, they earned it the old school way. The name fit. Somebody else gave them the name and the name fit and it stuck. Like me, Rob D. That wasn't my original name. My original name, I got it when I was about 15. And it was a homie from Calabar by the name of Payaso. A lot of homies know him. A lot of people know him. He's OG. Everybody knows him. It's like 92, whatever, 90, 91, 92. I'm in Wakefield doing a few months for a GTA. Long story short, I did something for Payaso, earned respect from him. And he asked me, what do they call you, dog? What do they call you on the street, dog? You know what I'm saying? And Payaso's like a year or two older than me, whatever. And I'm like, they call me they call me Robert. I didn't have a name. And he goes, man, Robert? Oh, man. Nah, I'm gonna call you Rob Dog. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I was running with all that. I was getting in mixed with the wrong cats, running with them. And I said, all right, whatever, Rob Dog. Fast forward a year and a half later, I'm in the dope house slinging dope, running into two dudes from the Bay Area who came down and they're dirty macking with their hoes. If you don't know what a dirty mac is a pimp that pimps his hoes so they can all get high together. Pimps his hoes for money so they can all get high together. They all smoke crack together. That's a dirty mac. For those of you that don't know. Now, I already had served him 3 or 4 times, 5 times in a night. 20, right? They'd spent about 120 bucks. And the last time they come in, the taller dude, you know, a couple of black gentlemen from Oakland, in their 30s at the time, so they're more than double my age. And you know, one of the last times they came that night, one of the taller gentlemen asked me, he's like, man, what's your name, man? What's your name, man? You know, you've been serving us cream all night, man. You got bomb ass dope, man. This dope, the best dope in the town, man. Like, and we know we've been over here, we've been over there, we got our hoes over here on Belmont, blah, blah, blah. He starts telling me everything, and I'm like, oh, you know, they call me Rob Dog. And he looked at me. He goes, Rob Dog? He's like, you gangbang or something? I said, nah. He goes, well, I know you now. You in here about your money. I said, nah, I don't gangbang, bro. All my homies and family members do, but that's, you know, that's another story. And he goes, man, Rob Dog, I don't know. And he looks at his boy, and then he looks at me. He's like, nah, man, I can't see you as a Rob Dog, but I'm gonna call you Rob D. And I was like, Rob D? And he goes, yeah, Rob D, because you got cream, man. You got fired. This dope right here is the bomb, man. You got D, you got the D, you got the dope. You know, you got the ping, you know what I'm saying, is what he was saying. And, you know, he's telling me that he was gonna call me Rob D because I got cream. I got the dope. My dope is good. And from that moment on, everyone else that I was serving start calling me Rob. The name spread. Then family members start calling me Rob D. And I'm damn near 50, and people still call me that. My name was Rob D before I ever got into the music business. Before I ever uh, recorded a verse of anything, my name came from the streets. That's the old school way that usually, you know, usual street motherfuckers would get their name from the streets. And, you know what I'm saying? Like the homie up in the Bay Area, the homie from Frisco, Gotos. I don't know him, never met him, but uh, I see what he's doing, and I got a lot of respect for it. Of course, I don't agree with all of it, but from a professional level, the dude is very intelligent. He's smart and he knows what he's doing. And you can't hate on that. Just keeping it a buck. But his name, Gotos. Go look up how he got it. Go look up how Too Short got his name. You know what I'm saying? Easy E. I mean, the name goes on. Snoop Dogg. You know, you could just kind of tell within a rap name. People say, well, what's in a name? There's a lot in the name. There's a lot in the name. Because think about it. When you have a certain type of name, it sets it sets the tone. Usually because the name is usually you got the name because you earned it. So if a motherfucker walking around with the name Monster, motherfucker walking around with a name like Killer, you know what I'm saying, or Underdog, or Big J, or Big Rob, or Rob D, right? Then you kind of get an idea of what this person's already about. That's the street life. That's streets. And that's how it imitated hip hop. They kind of, they held hands. It's because hip hop started in the streets, whether people, know that or not, or they want to acknowledge it or not. It just started in the streets. Everybody knows that. Different variations of it. Rap over here on the West Coast started in the streets. So, it's what's in a name. There's a lot in the name because just from the name, people will already decide if you are authentic or if you're a fraud. They'll know from the gate whether you're authentic or you're fraudulent. And that's just my belief and my experience. Always, you run into somebody, what do they call that fool? Or they call them this, and then somebody's like, what? Either they've heard of the dude or they're like, what the fuck is that? Oh, what's his name? MC Hold My Nuts. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck you say your name was? Stone Ass Killer Pimp. What the fuck? Like these weird ass names, you know what I'm saying? Like weird fucking names. And now you're seeing it still. It doesn't stop. It just gets worse and worse and worse. It's man, I got to remember that the damn mic's over here and it's not over here, and I'm not just recording into the laptop anymore. My apologies to you guys if my voice keeps cutting out or it keeps going too close or whatever. But this is like my second run here with the microphone and the headset. So I need to get used to it that I'm not just talking forward. I need to be very, very well aware of the microphone and where it is. And so, anyways, but yeah, what's in a name? There's a lot in the name. There's a lot in the name. Everything's in the name. Come on, the name Crip Mac. You hear the name, you're like, eh. But then when you see the dude, it fits him. That's a crazy, mad ass Crip. That's what Crip Mac stands for. Crazy, mad ass Crip, C-Mac. And that's what he is. He fits it to the T. The name fits the image. The name fits the visual that you get once you meet this individual in person in real life, in real time. So there's a lot in a name. Just like, Patrick Mahomes. Yes, the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl champion Chiefs. Yeah, they won it in our stadium, Chiefs. It's all right. It's good. I wasn't tripping. We ain't going to talk about how a lot of that shit played out in that game. What I want to talk about is their quarterback, Kermit the Frog. Now, for some of you guys see Patrick Mahomes and you think he's human. But really, the reason why he does what he's able to do is the motherfucker is like part amphibian. That motherfucker is like part amphibian, if you catch my drift. Part amphibian. You see, he has the genetics to take him off the charts. His dad was an athlete. He was a pretty good pitcher. But then you have his mother. What do you come up with?
Oh well, guys, we really had a really good game, and we went out there, and I just want to say now I'm scared. I'm just scared because I think that the Raiders and Antonio Pierce are gonna just try to hurt me this year, and I'm not really trying to get hurt.
Shut the fuck up. Pinche puto. Pinche puto. What a fucking mamon. Yeah, he's a fucking mamon. What a mamon. What a scary ass piece of shit. Now, here's the thing, bro. In case you didn't know Mahomes, because the quarterbacks are so protected nowadays, it's football. And whether somebody comes in hot to take your motherfucking head off or not, that remains to be seen. But one thing I will promise you, I know where Antonio Pierce was coming with that. That's the old paying homage to Al Davis. That's Al Davis all over again. Antonio Pierce is embodying the spirit of Al Davis. If Al Davis could have entered a body, if he could have been Oh my God, I can't do this right now. I cannot do this right now. They're trying to get me, but hold on. Let me stop this video. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me stop this video. So yeah, man, like, there's a lot. There's a lot to the essence of the Raiders. There's a lot to the energy of Al Davis. There's a lot to the spirit of Al Davis. Now, if Al Davis, let's talk conspiracy now, okay? Because people that know me, they know I like to get into my shit. And they used to call me that. We ain't gonna use the word too much here because they already fucking with two of my other videos. I ain't really fucking now. I gotta water my shit down again. I was going in hardcore. One of them was called Raw and Uncut, episode 13, going in. Then the other one was episode 14, Against the Grain. They didn't let those motherfuckers see the light of day. I wonder why. It's nothing new. But here's the thing. Let's talk conspiracy. Let's talk transferring consciousness. Now, if you could transfer consciousness, and I believe you can, if you could transfer consciousness from one body to another body, if they know how to do it and they've mastered it, then that's Al Davis. Antonio Pierce has been possessed by the fucking ghost of Al Davis. And I love it. I fucking love it. I love it. Mm. See, us hardcore Raider fans, we're like, what the fuck are they doing? When they hired Josh McDaniel, the Patriot, they got rid of Carr. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, dude. Carr was a formidable quarterback. Carr was a formidable quarterback, and they only gave him one motherfucking season with Devontae Adams. And if that didn't tell you those motherfuckers were incompetent from the gate, then I don't know what did. But I understand you got to let things play out to see if these motherfuckers know what they're doing, right? You got to let them earn their money, right? And Tom Brady, what is it with all these expatriates that want a piece of the Raiders? You see what I'm saying? What do they know that we don't know? I'm going to tell you what they know. They know that the Raiders' time has come. They know that the Raiders' time has come. They know that hardcore, old school Oakland Raider football is back, right? Look, this is what it is. Antonio Pierce is basically installing the old school Raider way back into the Las Vegas Raiders. When he became interim head coach, it was almost like Al Davis took over all over again. But it's not the Al Davis that a lot of the younger Raider fans saw at the end that was kind of incompetent and just really wasn't doing good business decisions and paying guys 50 and 60 million dollars, that weren't worth that, you know what I mean? And a lot of people took advantage of that and got their money, but Al Davis was loved by a lot of people and the players loved him. He was a player's owner and a player's coach. And he was a man's man and an old school type of dude. His energy right now, when you see Antonio Pierce cutting these damn interviews, boy, I'll run through a motherfucking wall for that motherfucker. Don't even give me a fucking helmet. Just give me the fucking ball and I'll run through him. I mean, I'll probably get laid the fuck out and hurt, but that's another story. But he's got me wanting to lace shit up and play some football for him. That's the type of guy he is. He's a Raider. He's just a Raider. He comes from the LA area, from Compton. He always was a Raider fan growing up. This is a dream come true for him. This is weird, right? This is what the Raiders need. This is where it has to go to come back. What better story than Antonio Pierce, the ex-player, ex-Super Bowl winner, Compton, California, if they were to win a Super Bowl in the next couple of years. And with that, I'm going to pause this video real quick, and I'll be right back. We're back. Sorry about that. That was my son, and he wanted to ask me something, so I didn't want him to interrupt the video. So I went off the air for a minute, but now I'm back on. But yeah, it's crazy because where else do you have in the NFL this situation? An ex-player who did pretty well, who was a overachiever, believe he was undrafted, and he comes from Compton, California. He grew up at that time with NWA, and the whole Raider mystique was really, really hardcore at the time, still winning championships, and he remembers that, and he's bottled that. That's just who he is. He's a Raider. You're just a Raider or you're not. Just like Mad Max said in that little clip that I uploaded, that if you haven't seen, you should check it out. It's dope. It's dope. It's the truth though. When it comes to the Raiders, you're either all the way in or you're all the way the fuck out. There's no in between. It's that other shit's whatever. Like you're either all the way in or you're all the way the fuck out. And we don't know how to be any other way. And we're passionate and we're fucking hard. I could tell you stories. I'll give you a story right now. We're going to go in now. Freestyle. Episode 14. Going in. Just going in against the grain right here. Now, I'm going to tell you a story about being a hardcore Raider. What a hardcore Raider means to me, okay? Super Bowl 2003. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Raiders. Believe it was in San Diego or wherever the fuck it was. I'm getting old, forgive me if I don't got the right spot, but I remember the Super Bowl because we ain't been in it since. And yeah, but 2003, Super Bowl, right? We're barbecuing and shit at my mom's, like normal, in the hood. Tyler and Fresno Street, barbecuing. We got the TV on in the back. You know, beer everywhere, music fucking thumping, 20, 30 motherfuckers and all drinking and smoking, motherfuckers coming in and out of the goddamn side of the gate of the house. This is the norm. This was the norm for us. Wherever the fuck we lived, there was drugs getting slung out of the house. It's just old school. It's just a family of motherfuckers doing it. Now, everybody's barbecuing. This is what's going on. Motherfuckers smoking cab dogs, smoking weed, drinking, all that shit. The game's going on. We're starting to get our ass kicked. Well, my wife at the time, her brother and his cousin, Chris and Bad Boy from Calawa, they're 49er fans. They're 49er fans. So they're watching the game there with us. We're hosting it at my mom's. Everybody's there. We're all barbecuing because they knew how I did it. They knew we were gonna do it big. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Rob's gonna cook. Rob's got some weed. Rob's gonna have some liquor, some beer. I used to fucking just provide everything, dude, because I was the motherfucker making the money. Let's keep it fucking real. And I like to treat motherfuckers. I like to take care of motherfuckers. There's not one motherfucker out there that could ever tell you that if they were with me back in those days, that they were fucking struggling or starving. Straight up. Ask around. None of them motherfuckers will tell you that. We were living in the hood, but a motherfucker was making money and I was taking care of people, lots of people. So we were chilling. And with those two 49er fans, while the game is going on, as the game's been progressing from the beginning and even before, they've been talking trash. And ain't nobody fearing these dudes. Like, Chris and Adam ain't no punks, but they ain't gonna fuck with us, is how, you're a man. That's how you think. Oh, my motherfucker ain't gonna fuck with me. There's no reason for that, right? And then so they're talking shit before, during, and then when the game looked like it was out of hand already, when Gannon threw that last interception and they ran it back for 6, they were really, really talking shit. And my brother's telling him the whole time, like, hey, motherfucker, and I'm like, hey man, I'm telling him, hey, chill, chill. So my brother goes, I'm gonna go get some more motherfucking beer. And the homie Johnny Chingas, he's a 49er fan. He goes, I'll go with you, T. I'll go with you, T. So him and my brother take off in 78 Cadillac. Believe he was in a 78 Cadillac coupe. And they jump in it. They go north down Fresno Street. They go to First and McKinley in the shopping center right there where the Carl's Jr. is. And the DD's now, there used to be a Payless Drugs, right? If you remember way back, there was a Payless right there, right? Well, my brother used to go over there to go buy beer. So him and a homeboy Johnny Chingas took off. My brother was pissed. My brother was like, "I'm gonna fuck these fools up," and I'm like, "Nah, just chill, just chill." My brother wants to smash on him already. My brother's telling him, "Hey, motherfucker, shut the fuck up." Oh, you're just mad, Let's doing one of those. My brother's a hothead. So him and Chingas take off. They pull in over there. We don't know what's going on. We're just chilling right there. I'm not even tripping. I'm like, hey, fuck it. We got our ass kicked. The game looks rigged. Whatever, whatever, whatever. I've been talking about rigged games since back then. So people that don't know me, they're like, oh, Rob's talking about this is rigged, bro. But I've been talking about it since 2003. That Super Bowl was rigged. I said it then, and I've been saying it forever, and I'll say it again. That game was fucking rigged for John Gruden in the NFL to fuck Al Davis. Because once Al Davis traded Gruden, they had a falling out, and he traded Gruden. Gruden hated the fucking Raiders, and what a better way for him to get back at him than fuck him in the Super Bowl. But anyways, that's another story. But they take off. We're just chilling. About 30, 40 minutes later, the homie Johnny Chingas comes running around the block from Fresno Street down Tyler, going east, going west, and we see him and shit 'cause we're out front, drinking, smoking, whatever. And we're like, what the fuck? This fool's running back. And he's yelling, hey, dog, hey, your brother's fucking crazy, dog. That motherfucker's a lunatic. I said, what the fuck? He said, hey, bro, I don't know what the fuck happened, but that fool, he's in a house or something. What the fuck you talking about? He said, man, we pulled into that Payless right there. We're going north on First. And he said they made a right into the Payless fucking um parking lot, and they're driving through, and there's cars parked in front of him like this, right? He's driving through and there's cars in front, and he's going straight, driving, driving, and he all of a sudden he sees something backing up in front of him, and it's that 49er truck. That old school 49er truck. And now I think I'm gonna have to skip a part of this. But yeah, back to the regular early scheduled programming. There's everything in a name. There's everything in a name. Now, the Raiders. The homie Johnny Chinga said that my brother T-boned the 49er truck. T-boned the 49er truck because they backed out in front of him. And I guess the dude, like, literally just threw himself out in front of my brother's car and thought my brother was going to stop him. My brother punched it. And he T-boned the truck and backed up, smashed off through the parking lot, got chased by the truck, went down to Millbrook, made a right, smashing, doing like 60, comes all the way up to, I don't know, one of those fucking streets, tries to make a right, slides into somebody's front yard, hits, like, knocks the street sign over, knocks the fence over. Chingas runs. They don't know where my brother's at. Chingas gets there. He's like, I don't know where your brother's at. I don't know which way he went. And I'm like, what the fuck? Well, about an hour later, we're in the backyard. We can't get a hold of him or nothing. And we're in the backyard and we hear the fucking back fence fucking wiggling like somebody's on it. We look back there in the dark, behind the trees and shit. Hey, who is that? And my brother's like, hey, dog, who's back there, dog? You getting ready to shoot them, but we don't know who it is. My brother's like, hey, shh, hey, don't be too loud, for it's me. It's me. It's T. Like, what the fuck? We started laughing. We're like, what the fuck, bro? What did you do? He goes, fuck that motherfucker. Motherfucker 49er truck backed out in front of me. Like, he wanted me to stop and shit. I fucking punched that shit. Boom, hit that motherfucker, T-bone his ass, backed up and bounced. He ended up wrecking his motherfucking Cadillac and going to jail for it. But that is what I call a hardcore Raider fan. That's just the fan base. Fucking most of them, the hardcore ones, are lunatics. And my bad, kicking the mic over here. But that's the thing. A lot of them are lunatics. Straight up fucking nutcases. And that's the Raider mystique. Is Al Davis had nothing but motherfucking nutcases. Jack Tatum, George Atkinson, Phil Viapiano, Twos, Matuzak. I mean, these guys were fucking lunatics. Lyle Alzado, straight fucking lunatics. But we needed guys like that on the team, right? We needed guys like that on the team. And so there's a lot in the name. When you hear the Raiders, regardless if people want to talk shit or not, but when you hear the name, the Raiders, the Oakland, Los Angeles, or Las Vegas Raiders, right? You know that name come with something. That old school Raider way was playing hard, hitting motherfuckers in the mouth, running the ball, and throwing the ball deep over their head. Speed, good defense, physical, nasty. And if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Antonio Pierce is the new Al Davis. And I'll take that. And I'm going to run with that shit. That's what I see when I see him. He just embodies the spirit of Al Davis lives in Antonio Brown. No, not Antonio Brown. Antonio Pierce. Shit. I don't know why the fuck I said that, but we're going to keep that one. I'm sorry, Antonio Pierce. Coach Pierce. No, Antonio Brown. I don't think so. But yeah. And, I firmly believe that Antonio Pierce has embodied the energy of Al Davis. And I'm going to run with that, and I'm going to fucking live with that, and I'm going to accept that as that. Because to me, there's everything in the motherfucking name. Everything in a motherfucking name. It tells you if a motherfucker's going to be authentic, or it tells you if a motherfucker's going to be fraudulent. And that's just the way it's going to be. It's always going to be that way. It's all in the name. What's in your name? Comment, like, share, subscribe. I'm going to come at you with some taco truck action tomorrow. Tomorrow, episode 15 will be the taco truck dust. We dusted off a taco truck. I mean, didn't I don't want to give it away, but it was back in the days and we were hungry and we were sitting out front. Fuck it. Shall I tell her right now? No. We're going to save it for tomorrow. Some taco truck action. It'll be entertaining tomorrow. Like, share, subscribe. Those that are watching, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for spending your time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for opening up your minds and your hearts and paying attention. I'm just touching on some raw stuff right now. We're going to get back into some family stuff and, just try to keep it around and don't stay too much into a same energy. You feel me? So, yeah, thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.